Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Ross Benjamin, SBR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at that game between the Oakland Athletics and the Minnesota Twins. How you doing, my man?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning, Ross. All right, Ross, so today the Twins are going to be starting this relatively unknown pitcher, Jon Pino. Could you give us some insight on him?
Well, let me start by saying he's a 30-year-old rookie, and we don't see that come along very often.
Right.
He started the season at the Twins AAA affiliate in Rochester, where he went 9-2 with a 2.45 ERA. He earned himself a promotion. He's gone 5-3 against the money with the Twins. He's made a little bit of money for bettors, about 2.5 units. And he has a 4.57 ERA in those 8 starts. He has struggled on the road a bit, Dax. He's gone 0-3 against the money on the road with a 6.28 ERA and a 1.81 WHIP.
All right, now let's look at the other side of the ball, and let's look at that new acquisition for the A's, Jon Lester. Do you think that they gave up too much for the trade on him on the trade deadline?
Well, there's two ways to look at that. I mean, 5 years down the road, I believe that that's probably going to be the case. I mean, the A's gave up Yoenis Cespedes, a budding superstar. I mean, at the time of the trade to Boston, Cespedes was hitting .256 with 17 home runs and 68 RBIs. He's in the midst of a very good season, still fairly young. So they did give up a lot to get Lester. But if we're talking about did they give up too much to try to win a pennant right now, possibly a World Series title, I would say no. They solidified their starting rotation even stronger than it already was.
All right, so that's definitely giving them a little bit of edge here. But now in your article, you do talk about how the Twins are in the middle of a scheduling situation. Could you explain that a little bit?
Well, they just completed a 3-game homestand against the Padres yesterday, dropping the last game at a homestand 5-4, which snapped a 4-game winning streak. However, prior to that 3-game homestand, they came off a 6-day road trip, came home for three games, and now they're going back out on a 7-game and 7-day road trip. So quite a bit of scheduling difficulty and a very tough itinerary for the Twins.
All right, now, and taking consideration the trade that happened with the A's and all, do you think that there could be some good value in the next couple of months in the regular season, betting-wise?
Well, I would be real careful, especially on the money line with the A's. They're almost assuredly going to be a huge favorite at home the rest of the way with this pitching staff and the way they've played all season long. And they're probably going to be a substantial favorite on the road as well. You may catch him in a good value spot against the ace of a prominent pitcher from a very good team that's having a great year. They may get a very good price in that situation. But other than that, you might want to look at the run line as a viable option when you're considering making a wager on the A's the rest of the way.
Well, we actually are seeing that right now because bookies went heavy on the A's right now on the money line. They have them set at around minus 250. And I'm guessing it's not really much fun trying to analyze these types of money lines. But anyways, I mean, that's a little too much juice, don't you think? And if it is, where do you think that we can actually find a better bet in this case?
Well, I tell you what, I would never, ever bet a money line at minus 250, nor would I ever steer a client or anybody seeking advice to bet that kind of money line. That's astronomical. You lose one of those games, you have to win 3 in return to make a profit. Look, I'm always thankful when I wake up in the morning and love the job that I do, and that's this one. I really do. So somebody's got to do these tough assignments, so might as well be me. As far as my personal handicap and agenda, as I just alluded to, these are the kind of games that I just steer clear of. As nice as a story as Jon Pino is, making the majors after spending 9+ seasons in the minor leagues, he's going to be overmatched tonight at Oakland against the best team in baseball and facing a pitcher like Jon Lester, who was red hot coming into his debut start with Oakland last week. He almost looked human in that start, and I look for him to bounce back with a strong effort tonight. I'm going to take the Oakland A's, Dax, minus 1.5 on the run line at minus 125 over the Twins tonight.
All right, Ross, good stuff there. Thanks once again for your insight, and I'll catch you back tomorrow.
Always a pleasure, my man.
Awesome, man. For SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd.